Hello, hello. As you get here, make sure that you say hello and let me know that you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm super excited to be here. And this button is not working. Hold on a second. Let me see if this one is. All right. I'm telling you, I've had some issues with some of the social media things today. This is not wanting to go live. All right. Well, that one is. So let me pull this up very quickly and make sure that it is showing up like it's supposed to. Just give me a moment. Yeah, I see you're having trouble streaming to Instagram. Okay. We shall see. All right, here we are. Hold on. Okay. Like I said, technology has been a bear recently. I don't know if you've had the same issue, but it's like some of the times it's working great and other times it's not. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get started today. This is actually day 8 of our limiting beliefs series, and I'm super excited to be here, like I said. And for those that don't know me, my name is Vicki Poole. I'm a master transformational coach and hypnotist. And hold on. All right. I'm a master transformational coach and hypnotist and a board certified hypnotist, I will say. And I'm actually your guide for releasing the beliefs that have quietly kept you operating at half power. And like I said, we're on day 8 of this series. And I had actually started doing this because it was January and was getting the half the month was over. And so the last 11 days, I've been doing this because I started realizing how much limiting beliefs really are holding most of us back in one way or another, whether we even recognize it or not. And so I'm currently doing it's the top 11 limiting beliefs. And so it's been really cool to dive into them. And these limiting beliefs, they're quietly driving how we show up in love and money, success, self-trust. I mean, it's a lot. And most of the time, they're not loud and obvious. They hide behind some of our habits and actions, behind our perfectionism, behind our hesitation, and our stop and start cycles. And today's belief, and I know I've said quite a few times that it's a sneaky one, but today's belief is one of the sneakiest. It doesn't block you from starting, it blocks you from finishing, from trusting yourself to hold success once it's arrived. So let's dive in. So, limiting belief number 8, I always mess it up eventually. This belief is like a trapdoor under your own progress. You start gaining traction and then you vanish from your own momentum. And I have a little story about this one. When I was growing up, well, let's put it this way, when I was about to go to college, my father and I were visiting my grandmother, his mother, and he said he was very excited because I was the first one in our family to go to college, and so he was excited, and he told her that she told me, she said, "I don't know why you're going. You won't finish." And I had never done anything in my life that would allude to I don't finish things. But after she said that, it was like I owned it. I became it and I didn't finish things. But the interesting thing is, a lot of the times that I didn't finish, it was because of some of these limiting beliefs. It was also because of what she said. And as I took on that identity, I started doing things that proved it. Sorry, my phone just fell. Hello, hello. Let's see, all right. All right. So obviously the StreamYard is not connecting with Instagram. So we are not on Instagram tonight, but that's okay. Everything works out the way they're supposed to, right? All right. So the thing that is about this belief, like I said, you give up before you finish because you're afraid, because you forgot to follow through sometimes. Maybe you switch gears when something was finally starting to click. And it's some of that belief that's there. And it's not anything to do with laziness. I know there are people that will say they don't finish anything, they're just lazy, and that's not it. It's the subconscious mind protecting you from the pain of messing up later, by the pain of not being successful with it, the pain of alienating other people. There are so many things that this one limiting belief affects, right? And when you quit, when it's almost here, the gold that you miss out on. And this limiting belief, it's deeply wired response to success that doesn't feel safe. So it may whisper things in your ear like, don't celebrate yet. Don't trust this. It'll slip through your fingers just like it did last time. Don't get too big. You know what happens when you do. And what's the hidden cost of this belief? You become the saboteur of your own brilliance. Not because you don't want success. I mean, you want success, but because deep down, you don't believe you can sustain it or deserve it. So you shrink, stall, start over, have to build momentum again. And then you use that as more proof that you'll always mess things up. And it's not true. It was never true. Now, how can we shift this? We can shift it to, and saying always mess things up, don't even try, let's not do this. The shift that you can internalize is, this time it's different because you are different. I am different. We're not who we were 30 seconds ago, right? Because just by watching these videos and listening to the material and actually analyzing it, internalizing it, whatever, you've already started to change. Things are changing. You're becoming someone who keeps the promises they make to themselves. And that's a big one. We've talked about that one before too, right? You're becoming someone who learns, adjusts, and continues without self-punishment. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. You can have staying power without pressure. You can rise without fearing the fall. So we want to try this reframe. So you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Hi, Callie. Trusting self. Yes, it's a big thing, right? So, what I want you to say to yourself right now, and you might want to write this down on a piece of paper and have it somewhere that you can see it. I am safe to hold success. I trust myself to grow into what I desire. Love that keep the promises you make to yourself, adjust and continue. Yes, yes, definitely. And, our brain, our subconscious mind is always paying attention to all those things we say to ourselves, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So let me just share something really quick. I've realized something after doing these January lives, and we're not done yet. I'm going all the way through the 31st, which is Saturday, that so many of us don't need more motivation. We need language for what's actually happening inside of us. So in February, I'm taking this limited belief work to YouTube. And on my YouTube channel, if you're not following me already, just go ahead and give me a follow. It's Vicky Sue Poole. There's a lot of stuff on there, but I'm going to start doing the special series, 28 Days, 28 Beliefs that quietly shape confidence, money, and visibility. And I'm going to be doing that instead of doing it here and streaming it to different places, especially since sometimes the streaming services is not working quite like it's supposed to. But I decided to take it over onto YouTube, and I'll just have everybody come and watch it there. So if you are inclined to join me for the 28 days, that's where you're going to do it. And they're not going to be hypey. They'll be grounded, short conversations so that you can come back when you need them. If YouTube feels like a good place for you to listen and reflect, that's where I'll be continuing this. And so I would love to have you there. Yes, language inside resonates. Fantastic. I keep having to look this way because I had to put my phone on my charger. All right. So if this belief hits close to home, and if you've maybe noticed this pattern in your work, your relationships, your visibility, and any pattern that we've talked about so far and the ones coming forward, there's a lot, right? A lot of things that show up. Like, what is it that Donkey says in Shrek? We're onions. There's layers to us, and each limiting belief is peeling back another layer. So let's peel some layers, right? So it's time to reset that internal script. Yeah, 28 days. It's going to be cool. Very cool. So definitely join me over there and bring a friend. And if you're not following me on YouTube already, go ahead and give me a follow so that you can see when they come up. So, by the way, I've opened some spots this week for decision reset session. And what that is, it's a 45-minute private conversation. It's not a hypnosis session where we'll identify the real belief behind your stuck cycle. We'll bring clarity to where it started and what it's costing you, and map out how to finally move forward in a way that sticks. So I'll be sharing the link in just a moment. But you'll walk away with insight, relief, and a real decision about what's next. And this call is not a fit for everyone. Peel the onion, another layer with self-love. Yes. And this call I'm talking about is not a fit for everyone, and not everyone is invited to work with me beyond it. But maybe it's you. But if you're a hell yes to shifting this pattern, this session will be a turning point. So, like I said, I will be, let's see, I think I can, let me see if I can share the link now. And then I'll put it in the comments as well so that it's easy to do. Well, hello, Miss Wendy. It's not a replay. I'm still live. Good to have you here. So, I want you to know that you are not someone who messes things up. You are someone learning to trust the version of yourself who follows through. You're not behind, you're just being called forward. And life is delicious, and make sure you take each and every bite. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And like I said, I'm going through Saturday with the limiting beliefs still on Facebook and Instagram when it allows me to. But I won't be streaming it next month. I'll be doing it completely on YouTube. So if you're not following me yet, make sure you give me a follow and keep track or keep noticing. Set the notifications, I guess it is, to notice when I post. All right. So you guys have an amazing, amazing evening. And like I said, I appreciate you so much. And I can't wait to share tomorrow's limiting belief with you. So keep watching. I'll be here. Mwah.